继续修东西喽！啊，等一下，马上等一下，马上返回。耶！相机。
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival.
哦，重点是卡门有给我钱吗？很重要。
I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about Cameron? It's about time.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong.
越来越难咯。
You need the manual.
要啊，不行啊。那我看一下是会死。嘿，等一下。还是得全拆。哎，
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
想说什么啦？讲重点来干，不开心。我到底哪里来的这
If I
种？
used the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror. Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working. Still a few parts missing.
啊！
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
错字。
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition, the first of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary, but it was worth it.
超级炫。
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford. It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing.
还嘲讽她美。
Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hope
要砸
Carmen
店了
was ready.
Yeah. 镜头下的人生。有14张，我觉得我今天玩得完欸。招牌，置身黑暗。
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
感觉我今天玩得完。
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
他开咖啡店，但是他的扛棒用霓虹灯。
So
OK，
there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
靠，很棒哦。哦哟，他不让我先弄。哦，好累哦。哎，为什么？难得。他不让我装是什么意思？ 哦，很友善哦。哎，他是不是还少一个东西啊？なんで？哎呀！啊，我知道了，靠腰。干，OK， Yeah， OK。
I don't know, it's a bit flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
哪里来的盘子？ 好。他很友善哦，他就是还有分，就是他这一段好了之后，再接下一段给你其他的款东西的。不是啊，你咖啡店啊没有任何一个怎样，什么意思啊？靠，要把慢起来，到底是什么意思？那我要，我一直把那个圈圈拔起来，到底是在冲啊回来？我要放饮料，可以吗？不行。忘记要按电源，看这看起来根本不像咖啡店啊。
It works. I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
霓虹招牌。
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
真相大白。噔噔 ，GBA。
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst, Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse.
不是他在玫瑰花丛里面，我觉得被刺死。
I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore.
Can
you
turn
fix
on?
it for me?
Okay. 在骗。 哎，他不用那个，不用解锁，赞哦。修起来。等一下，我要先把按钮拔起来。OK。这是什么东西啊？这是萤幕。那我应该要先把它拆起来。哦，这个也是很复杂。OK， 新式的萤幕，它有一个晶片插槽。OK， 所以音乐都会在这里。哎，为什么？卡带，卡带插哪里？卡带插在这嘛，所以我这边合起来会有晶片。一次拔太多，灯跟荧幕接点，音乐跟音乐接点，然后嘟蕊 ，turn on。
Do grown-ups play games as well? Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
等一下就会遇到神奇宝贝了，哎，还真的，好吵，真的遇到神奇宝贝了啦。笑死，可爱可爱。
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own.
我等一下可能就会修 iPhone 了。
Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of
傻
dropped
眼，
it really hard. At the
就是他
wall.
摔坏的啊。
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think, had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving
不会，他
them
们活得很
behind.
好，可以可以。Game over。手表，yeah，瞬间，该不会是海绵呐？
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden,
不是，是
I walked around to the
约
front of
瑟
the
夫
house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do
更
come
细
in.
致的工作。
The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town. I'll be declaring the best chef in Bellariva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Oh, sure. 干你们两父女是怎样？
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
可以的。有没有看到？如此轻巧。 Love always. 转啊 ，Open。看你还摔得很彻底耶，
The
什么
main
意思？
plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it.
哎，吓死我了！
Frogs look good though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
我到底哪来的那些给洗啊？我觉得我可以拆解它是没有问题，但是我哪里来的更换零件？我这么屌，是不是？我记得我的行李箱没有这些东西啊。
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
OK， 这个先，哎呦，绝对不在这。 OK， here， Not you 啊，我倒唔丢吗？没有，这好大。Yeah。 嗯？这个好大哦，这个应该没有任何用处吧？没有，不对，我一定少了什么。啊！Yeah. Yeah. OK。好吵。到瑞 ，OK， 完成。
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here. Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
因为她现在是正值青春期的女孩啊。
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
及时修复。纵观全局是那个吗？投影机吗？
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear-out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money.
买爆。
She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
Okay, let me look. 哎，这大台。
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
干嘛这样？哇，我这片包不起来，是不是 ？OK。哎，灯
That
泡
light
坏
bulb
了。
is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
要射哪里？等一下，不对。OK， 对吗？Yeah，OK。
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
It's okay. Okay.
There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go?
Shit, cow.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around. I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister.
There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go?
She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Okay. Booty.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone.
God.
I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance.
没有钱。
I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else.
讲实话哦。
What if I lose her too?
哇，这个我看不懂。
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work,
瓦斯炉。
I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour? Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and
他
make me a
真的要我
spare
帮
batch?，
这是瓦斯炉，真的是没有要让我休息。 有跟没有一样。OK。
It all fits. Now to light the gas. I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great if I say so myself.
Okay,
here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
Eh? 全部下去啊，拜托！啊靠呀！哇！啊，算了。红萝卜、香菇、洋葱，应该就是浓汤了吧
？That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
只有太难吃。四季汤。
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, as a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Hello?
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Good luck.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did.
人家压力很大
I
齁。
just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years.
现在
I
才
never
想
stopped
到，
to
对
think
不
how
对？
much she actually had to give.
哎，你好，大厨。哦，来了，黑胶唱片啊。
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train
Margarita.
and leave Bellariva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it.
不是啊，
Best
他咖啡
food
馆
in
然后他给我煮那个
Bellariva.
汤，
Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
他完全可以做晚餐啊、午餐那种。
Maria! My favorite sous chef.
傻眼。
Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
去借钱的。
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts.
Oh my god.
But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do. I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids.
干啥你要送，还要我帮你修？
Do you
到
think I
底
have
有
one
口啊
last
急
dream?
哦？到底有没有给我钱呢？到底有没有给我钱呢，大
Okay,
姐？
let's see what happens when we turn this on.
到底有没有给我钱呢？ 该不用拆啊。接电，声音跟声音。绝对不是这样。
That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it.
啊？那这样？
I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully.
哦，靠腰哦，还有一个角度。哎。
It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
灯根本不用拆啊，其实。
Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
声音大小。我看不出来两个的差别。7万，一样啊。这个吧。
If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now.
我可以这样吗？哦，可以哦，赞哦。
This motor doesn't seem to work. Maybe I'll have better luck with a different one.
Ah, 靠腰，它上面有写就是5米7瓦，气死我了。
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
看还要找转速哦，没有，它已经好了。
What will remain of these days?
OK，
What will remain of the smiles? The ones that stole my heart that day.
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
扭转局面。 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 扭 哦，珠宝盒，一个附近的虫种。是约瑟夫吗？
My final morning in Bellariva,
Yeah.
I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bellariva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens.
错字。
I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
Sure. Eh, 我拔掉什么？哇！你有看到我拔掉什么？ Yeah. 里面是什么东西啊？
Maria, could you add this family picture
Oh
of us?
sure. 给我。好。OK。
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
OK。 哎，他自己可以跑哎。OK。好。
Perfect. The mechanism is good as new.
なんで？ 嗯。 这到底是什么东西啊？里面到底是什么？小抽屉。なんで？ OK。好。哦。那这个是什么东西啊？上面那片是什么？啊。Yeah.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
Yeah.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side. I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be.
但是你要成为你
I've ended
女
up
儿
so
心
much
中的
like my
父
own
亲
father,
耶。
working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
谢谢你的音乐。我的行李箱，来收行李箱的归途。
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left.
行李箱还是
Afterwards,
干
I
来
was
的。
too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was as I packed. I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load. The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey.
护照，
My train ticket.
包括车票
Can't
跟护
believe
照
it's
在。
time to leave Bellariva behind. Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does.
赞哦。还要不要放进去？还没到这个，是不是？
Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. My suitcase was full, but it was
回
my
家喽
heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back.
我好，说我要回家。
Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
Yeah. Yeah. 选角导演。制作期间诞生的孩子，Carol，软黏的，有 Apple 制作。耶！最终章，咖啡机，卡门的信。
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left.
可以赖我啊。
Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognize her. She's like a new woman. She's always running around, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs.
敢要我寄一台咖啡机给他，是不是？
Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing
要
together.
视讯了，是不是？问号。所以我现在是海里卡门吗？
I saw Maria use her screwdriver a million times. Taking this apart will be easy.
饼干，啊，饼干好可爱啊！下面不知道要不要猜，但是我还是猜。
I wish Maria was here. She'd know how to put these pipes together.
哎，我真的是卡门哎。
That steam doesn't look good. There must be something wrong with the pipes.
It's okay. 结果发现我不会，完了。Yeah， 好，这里。Yeah。
Finally, no more steam.
等一下啦，有一个电路板。
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
靠腰，来我看，在哪里？好。哎呀，好，来，1、2、3，到台湾。杯子在2，蒸汽在1，蒸汽在，哈？应该有吧？盲测，其实我不知道哎，等一下，有点怕。啊，应该有吧？有啊，都是绿灯，赞哦。哎，还有2个东西可以猜哎，但是我不想猜，还是可以猜。看他猜一个没办法。哦，靠腰哦，后里发。Oh my god！ 那我就要那个直接来，3是杯子，2是蒸汽，3是杯子，2是蒸汽。OK。
Are all of these parts supposed to go in there?
对啊，对吧？对啊。
I think that's everything. Better test the buttons just to make sure.
蒸汽，咖啡，有，赞。
All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Oh my god！ Yeah！
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
完了，要来拉花了。哦，没有，还真的要拉花，完了。哇！我要拉花。屁啦！全部倒完了，要满出来了啦，什么意思？他要怎样？ 他拉怎样？他拉怎样？他拉屁花。好，就这样。问号。
All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
干。塞。哎，球。啊。笑死。Yeah。当。
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hope she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur, she didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse.
气死我了。
What she doesn't know won't hurt her. She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realised how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realise how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never! Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carl.
噔噔噔噔，咖啡time，呀，我们结束了，就是一个小品的游戏，一共14章，然后都是修一些很奇妙的机器，然后有兴趣的话都可以下来下玩。现在的话，游戏在夏日特卖，那折扣的部分其实蛮便宜的。 做一个小游戏来说，可爱好玩，好不好？可爱的小游戏，成就。好，看一下游戏名称哈，我不会念 ASSEMBILE 怎么念？好。 我玩了2个小时，14个成就哈，基本上就是你所有的东西你都有解开的话，就会成就都会打开，好不好？好，然后游戏先这样子，然后我先关台，然后待会我问问看我的亲友有没有玩其他的游戏，如果没有的话，我再找找看有没有其他游戏可以开。我近期有入手蛮多新游戏的哈。好，以上。888。